Hi guys, Darth Deuce here with another action figure video, and we are going to go over my top 10 favorite MCU inspired Marvel Legends figures. My previous video, I did my top 10 comic based Marvel Legends figures, so this is the MCU side of my favorites. This is not a best of or anything, this is just my personal favorite figures out of my collection, so I have to own them and I have to like them. And that's it. This is again just purely opinion, what I like. It's not a list to try to determine what's the best and all that at all. No objectivity whatsoever. And the first figure I have got here is one of the most recent MCU figures they released, which is the Taskmaster figure from the Black Widow wave, which that movie would be coming out in a few days from this recording, but because of the COVID-19 stuff, isn't coming out till almost the end of the year. And that's kind of why he's so high on the list, or so low, I guess you could say, because I really like this figure, actually. The design for Taskmaster, and she was growing on me. The figure itself is fantastic. You know, it comes with a decent amount of accessories. Articulation's pretty good. The sculpt and paint is really nice on this figure. It's a really solid release. Stands out on the shelf. Just looks really good. I really do like how it looks. We don't know how this character is going to be like at all in the movie because I haven't seen it yet. So I don't have too much attachment to the MCU version of this character, but I like the figure for what it is. So that's number 10 leading off. And next up is another more recent-ish figure. It is the Infinity War Iron Patriot figure. I really like this. I have this figure, the other not Infinity War, I said Infinity War, I meant Endgame. I also have the Endgame concept art, Iron or War Machine, which I like that too, but this one obviously is more accurate. And I have the Civil War Machine. I just really like this figure. He's big, he's bulky. Unlike the concept art War Machine, this one has a bunch of guns. He's got the missile pods on the shoulders. He's got the big machine guns up here. He's got missiles coming out of the thighs. He's got sculpted guns coming out all over the forearm. He's just a lot more decked out with weaponry. The Iron Patriot colors are also a lot more striking than the War Machine colors. I do prefer War Machine colors, but the Iron Patriot colors look really good. And obviously this is more accurate. It'd just be higher on the list if it was a bit better articulated. And now I'm not saying it's badly articulated. It's articulated pretty decently, but it is definitely hindered because of the mold of all the guns and the bulkiness. But you can still, pose it decently well. So yeah, I like this one. Pretty cool. At number 9. Yeah, move Taskmaster over a bit. There we go. At number 8. We have the Thor from the Infinity War 3-pack, which might be a weird choice. I have a few, I don't have all, but I have a few of the MCU Thors. I have the Ragnarok one, and I have the other Infinity War one with the cape and the Stormbreaker. I actually prefer this figure for Thor. I just think it's better. I like the silver and the lightning effects. I think the face looks better on this one. I don't know what it is. He's got the little lightning silver coming out of the eye. He's got the eye patch, which I really like. And I don't know what it is, maybe it's because of the eye patch, but I think this face looks a little better than the other Infinity War Thor. He's got the Heimdall's sword, which is cool. Good articulation. I don't know, I just really like this one. Maybe a bit of an odd choice, but I dig this one a lot. Next up is the Black Panther. I'm going to butcher the name. I don't know how to say it properly. Ulysses Claw. The Claw. I don't know. I don't think I'm saying his first name right. That name's been one that's always tripped me up. But this figure's great. He looks really good. I love some of the details he has on, like the tattoo and the ring on his finger. He does have the interchangeable forearm. I have him with the cannon on. But you also have one where the hand is closed up. And he has some of the best face printing I've ever seen on a retail Hasbro 6-inch figure. This face looks fantastic. I love the expression. This really looks like Andy Serkis. He's got the big gash on the side of his head. I don't know. This figure looks really good. Like, this is definitely a face that can contend with imports. Like this, it looks insane. The rest of the figure, I wouldn't say so much, but the head sculpt's insane, which is probably the reason why I like this one so much. He's number 7. And then number 6 is the Yellow Jacket figure from that 2-pack that came with the Ant-Man figure. And I'll be honest, I think I've only watched the first Ant-Man movie all the way through once. Even though I really like Ant-Man, for whatever reason, I just never got around to watching the movie again. But I really like the Yellow Jacket figure and the design of Yellow Jacket. It's got that cool honeycomb design where the yellow's at. The figure itself is sculpted and painted pretty well for the most part. I love the head sculpt, looks really good. Articulation's pretty cool. And he's got that really cool backpack part that has the articulated stinger thingies. And it's just a really cool looking figure. I always really like this design. Looks pretty menacing. Looks cool. I like it. And then we are in the top 5 now. And starting off top 5, number 5, it is the MCU Mysterio. Mysterio is one of my favorite Marvel villains, one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and I really love the design they went with for the live-action MCU interpretation. They managed to make the fishbowl and cape work in a more quote-unquote realistic sort of design and world. It looks really good. They even kind of got the green sort of quilted suit look kind of incorporated in parts of the costume. I do like the bit more armored up look as well, but he also has the square looking gauntlets. He's got the big boots. He's got the cool cape. This one even has these little diamond things in it, which is pretty cool. And the crazy design on the back is also really cool. I love the way the helmet looks with the pearlescent purplish going on, the little speckles of silver and white. Looks awesome. Articulation's good. I just wish this figure came with effect parts, but aside from that, it's an awesome figure. I absolutely do really love this one. Next up, I've got the big bad Thanos. This is the repainted re-release from in that 3-pack that came with Doctor Strange and Iron Man. This is a really good Thanos from an Infinity War. I don't have the SHF, so I can't say it's better or worse than that or anything like that. But this one's good enough for me that I don't need to get the SHF. I like the size of this one. He's pretty big, which I think is good. I like that he comes with the 2 head sculpts that both look really good. It's a good articulation. It's just a really good Thanos from Infinity War. I like it a lot. There, maybe. Sure. Next up, we've got Hela, Goddess of Death. This is the re-release from the 2-pack with Scourge. Shout out to the Scourge figure. That one almost made the list. That figure is awesome as well. Get into focus here. I already liked the first release of Hela, and I didn't know how better the figure could have been until we got this one. This one isn't remolded, but does have a much more accurate paint job, which looks a lot better. Some QC was fixed with this figure. The joints weren't as loose and wonky as on the old one. This one came with 3 head sculpts, all with beautiful face printing on it. I have the long, straight comb back hair head sculpt on, but you also get the messy hair one when she's first released from exile or whatever, prison or whatever, and then she also comes with the horned one, which is a lot more accurate than the first release. She comes with a little eternal flame effect part, which is cool. Doesn't come with the sword, that's from the first release. It also comes with an alternate hand with her holding and crushing Mjolnir, which is also really cool. So yeah, I just really like this figure a lot, like the character a lot, and like the figure a lot. Really well done. And then next up, this one was almost number 1, but I decided to put it number 2. But I really like it. It is probably, putting this up because it's probably the biggest Marvel Legend I own. It's probably one of Hasbro's largest BAFs they did. And this isn't the BAF version, but rather the repaint that they released. I'm super happy that they did. It is the Age of Ultron Hulkbuster. Like I said, he is really big, man. Maybe not as big as like some old Toy Biz ones like Apocalypse and that, but in terms of Hasbro, this guy's pretty big, man. He's bigger than the Thanos, and the Thanos is a decent sized Baff. And I just really like this figure. Like I said, this is the repaint for the 2-pack that came with the Hulk and the 10-year anniversary line of figures they did. A great deal, and the repaint they did for this made him look a lot better. He's got better looking gold. He's got more paint apps going on for repulsor or arc reactor spots and all that. Just looks fantastic. I love the bulk and size of it. Posability is pretty decent. It's not crazy because of how big it is, but you can still, you know, get him posed up pretty decently, all considered. You know, and get him a good pose like that. I just absolutely love this figure. It's so cool. If I was to merge the comic book and MCU figures, this would still be one of my top, probably in the top 5, because this figure is awesome. I absolutely adore it. And put him over the side, he's kind of in the way there. That's okay. And then last but not least, might be a funny choice for my number 1, but it is the 10-year anniversary Civil War Crossbones figure. I don't know what it is. Not like I have a huge attachment to the character. I think he's cool and all that. He didn't do a whole lot in the movie, excuse me, but I just love this figure. The paint apps, the sculpt looks fantastic. I absolutely love the mask sculpt. The head sculpt looks really good. Love that look and the look of his gear. He's got this all tactical armor gear with ammo and tools and everything all over him. Gun there, I wish that was removable, but it is not. Articulation's pretty good. He's got the punching gauntlet thingies he used in the movie, which can be removed, which is awesome. And I don't know, not a whole lot to say. He comes with the unmasked Rumlow head, which also looks really good. I don't know, I just really like this figure. Not much else to say. I just really like it. So that is pretty much it. That is my favorite, currently my favorite MCU Marvel Legends figures. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, or let me know what your favorite MCU Marvel Legends figures are. Always interested to know that stuff. And we'll see you in the next video.